Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to Surviving Mars, inspired by the Expanse. Here's a recap of our mission setup, and let's get moving. So one thing I noticed is I am ridiculously low on concrete. So I'm going to stop the Omega Telescope for two reasons. One, it's a little bit too close to the MFGs, the magnetic field generators, which could cause some issues, like, you know, destruction of the telescope. And then another thing is I'm really relatively low on concrete. So I'm going to start trading for concrete, but then I'm also going to run a really long power line and start to utilize the concrete down here, using Alex Kamal to set that up. So Nagata, let's speed up time. Another thing I wanted to do is, and this will be a little dark, but probably in fitting actually with the policies and politics of the MCRN, or rather the Expanse. We are going to set up a little microdome, and the microdome is going to be for renegades. Now, another thing I should do, and this was some comments I got. One, let's go ahead and reduce the... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Reduce the workload to improve morale. We have been cracking the proverbial whip, and that is having some long-term, lasting negative effects. Hello, Earthquake. So we are going to reduce demand here, and that includes polymers and really everywhere.
Research complete.
Alright, creative disposition is done. That's the art workshop, so we will go do that. Another thing is let's actually remove this. All of my new buildings should probably go in here because it will be able to service both of the domes. So one thing I want to do over here is filter by traits. So I'm going to say no traits, or rather, let's pile renegades up in here. And for specializations, only officers, or rather prioritizing officers. This is going to be our, like, prison dome, more or less. I did a bad job of keeping everybody happy because of the population explosion I had. So, prison dome, time it is. Alright, so what I'm going to do is some metal depots along the path here, and the shuttles will supply the metals, and then a U depot and the drone hub. And this covers a lot of the concrete nodes. Alright, next up over here will be there's a lot of little things I wanted to do. So one big one would be this little place is going to need a grocer. Actually, let's right in the center here be a security station, because this is a little prison of sorts. So let's go ahead and add an apartment or two, and then some other basic services like infirmary, and no, let's not even do infirmary. Diner.
Research complete.
And I'll do a small grocer. Little space bar. Martian steel's now done. I'm going to change. We are going to request concrete for now because I'm low on it, and offer food. We'll continue this little construction project. Alright, home collectives for all of you. And if we take a look at this, we have got 11 renegades in here, which means blowing up all of the security stations everywhere else because we don't have renegades anywhere else. We've piled up all of our renegades in our renegade dome. So this is a prison dome. I'm just going to have the security station will be fully manned, keeping them in line. I'll open night shifts up, but of course we need unskilled workers to work there. Another thing I wanted to do is the medical center and the sanatorium I wanted to swap. Because the sanatorium, if it's in the middle, will service both sides. So that means two things. One, I need to get an infirmary built here and a sanatorium, and then the medical center, and get rid of the infirmary. Flip-flop those two. Okay, I do have a bunch of unemployed people, but they're all renegades, so how many renegades do I have in total? I've got 12. Okay, let me continue to look for people that are working pushed overtime, like, oops, like here. It's unnecessary at this point. I'm also, let's say, specialization. No, that's fine. Flaws, yeah. Alright, perfect. So now the medical center is done. Let's upgrade it, and the sanatorium is done. Let's upgrade it, and let's make this auto and open up a lot of slots. So now the sanatorium will service all 3 domes here, and the medical center is fine the way it is. Making sure that we've got more slots open. So, we have a lot of children that are just simply not getting sufficiently educated, I think. Oh boy, that is a very poor use of space. Let's go and move this research lab to here. All right, how is... I haven't been paying attention over here. Let's get this constructed. Actually, you know what? It's fine if we keep some metals in here just for repairs in case part of the cabling goes down or whatever. Alright, for 2 of these ships, I'm going to allow the exportation of rare metals. I'm just role-playing it that it would help out with all of the problems they have back home. Alright, so I think potatoes... Whoa, what did he say? What's our crop swap? Fruit trees... Oh, corn and potatoes. Okay, yep. Do corn and potatoes. I'm just going to kill this crop harvest. New planetary anomalies found. One is botanist for resources, and the other is new tech. I don't think I can have new tech, so let's send the one for the botanists.
Research complete.
All right, so Mars Nouveau is done. We are getting mega satellites, and I'm going to start researching the Geoscape Dome. In terms of mega satellite, or in terms of the new Omega satellite, let's put it here. And then we will additionally put a tribo as close to it as possible. Nagata, let's find some metals for you to grab. At this point, I could actually harvest all of these surface metals because there is no more asteroid strikes, meteor strikes. We have a thick enough atmosphere that they just burn up.
Anomaly analyzed.
Okay, that anomaly sucked. But, you know, you gotta search. Alright, Alex, how are we doing over here? We're almost done. Alright, Donager, you're ready to go back to Earth. Rocket launch failed. Let's give a few extra electronics. Okay, no more working overtime. This is the colony of the R&R. So let's get rid of this research lab. Open up some spots. We'll keep night shifts. And this is, alright, great. Now, another really huge project is to replace the living complexes I have with apartment complexes. The apartment complexes can hold 22, these living complexes 12. They're almost double the efficiency. So that's a big one. And that's going to require a lot of concrete, which is why I did this. Why I've got this going on. So we need electronics down here. Forget the fuel, forget the rare metals.
It may seem that Earth...
So we're in the part of the war on Earth where we are going to have to supply Earth with supplies. So let's see what we could do. How's a prison dome doing? Renegade 13. Well, we're growing in pop. Alright, little electronics store. I'm gonna blow you up. Sorry to do it, but I'm going to be replacing you. Alright, medical center, professionals only. Now with the change of the sanatorium placement, it's definitely going to be able to support a lot more people. Alright, Nagata, what other metals can we scratch up here? I might just not bother. Let's just dump what we have. So we're almost at 100% heat, and that our core heating we can scrap. Alright, Kamal, you're just waiting on electronics down here. Nagata could help with that. In fact, here's what I'll do.
Research complete.
A depot for electronics specifically. Desired amount, let's say 15. Mega Satellites is now done. So, Rocinante or Donager. Donager, you are going to actually sacrifice yourself to become a Mega Satellite. I know. What a sacrifice you will make. Alright, home collectives. Whole bunch of people in training. I'm going to temporarily turn off births because I have a population explosion I'm not really ready to house anymore just yet. I'm going to have a huge homelessness crisis while I replace some housing. I could have done that more delicately, but forget delicately. Alright, Donninger, I'm going to have you create the space mirror. Oh, no, you know what? I actually don't even need that. I want the magnetic shield. And the space mirror, I don't need a heat. I want the magnetic shield to protect me from atmo loss. Quite the sacrifice you will make. Alright, so this is all constructed. Now, what we will do is production. Concrete. And amplify. And then,
Funding received.
We're going to need significant dumping storage. We are also going to want waste rock processing. And another tribo. Seed vegetation. Let's get that going. Abso-positively. Rocinante. Where is it? There it is. Let's go seed. Okay, we're almost as hot as we need to be, which is awesome.
Milestone achieved.
Boom, done. Which means, core heat, you're coming down. I no longer need you. Alright, another thing we need over here is the concrete depots. Kamal, you're not really needed any over there anymore, I'm sorry to say. Split power grid? Oh yes, for once they are not wrong. And if I need more concrete, I can always source it from these other nodes here. I'm not all that worried about that yet. But what I will do is flatten out this landscape and maybe start to forest this area as well. So Amos, come over here and help with that. I could dump a bunch of drones at the concrete hub, and they'll help to flatten that out. And then once we get this last tribo constructed, it will be maintenance free as well. Still 120 concrete needed over there. Okay, so renegades don't seem to be going up, which is really good. Let's get Home Collective upgraded everywhere we can. We have some extra housing now. I want to continue this trend of... oh, this is glorious. Behaviorally meld them. Replacing my living complexes with apartment complexes for storage efficiency. My waste rock processors don't have waste rock. Actually, keep that one. Alright, I can get rid of that one though. So I'm going to get rid of this one actually. What I will do is remove a lot of the waste rock storage and just keep this storage near this one specifically. I'm going to leave this one here as well. Food stolen. Oh, let's rename this. Make it look kind of prison-like.
No active research. Research complete.
Okay, no active research. Wow, we got Geoscape Dome rather quickly. Dream reality, I don't know. Sure, dream reality is fine. And network node is fine. We could replace the hanging gardens here with a network node and boost the research that we are able to generate here pretty efficiently. This also gives me the ability to have a Geoscape Dome. But I'll probably jump to the capital city. So Geoscape Domes is a new wonder. Let me see about that. I'm just sort of curious. Where are my vistas? So it says I have a vista here, but I certainly don't see vistas. Oh, you know, I do see them now. They're cropping up all over the place. Wow, they're very, very hidden. Until you zoom out. So I have a ton of vistas actually
Resources
right
are
around
low.
my home domes, which is pretty cool. Alright, sorry, complexes. So other things I could do is... Wow, this is still not built. These shuttles are having a hard time delivering the electronics I need because they're being... Alright, let's build a shuttle hub down here then. Because what's going on is they're ferrying concrete and they're getting bottlenecked doing that. Where am I? Ah, and also I don't have any electronics. Milestone. Planet is now habitable. Okay. We just opened up our domes. So now, wow, that is a crazy, crazy milestone. Now, it's just breathable. It's just breathable. And these domes are going to be so much more comfortable now. Working outside does not come with penalties. There is just, this is amazing. This is great. This is the dream that my guys have thought of for years. Which also means that I want, at some point, to build a capital city. This is huge. Magnetic shield is now done. So the magnetic shield is going to protect us much the way that the MFGs do. I'm going to buy a new rocket. Oh, I need a lot more money than that I currently have. Right, I think probably what I need to do most at this moment is...
Our support for our sponsors has brought attention to us once more.
Okay, well, let's prepare to be bombarded. Uh-oh, a bunch of my MDS lasers need service. That's not good.
A colonist has died.
Ugh, they are bombing us. Stupid Earth. Our shuttle hub got blown up. Our water tower got blown up.
Resources are low.
Our tribo got blown up. 5 rovers got destroyed. Another laser forestation plant. Even an open farm. It's malfunctioning down here. What I really need is electronics. I don't know if my neighbor's going to trade for that. But we are rebuilding. No fuel for shuttles. Oh, well, that's just because my fuel depot got blown up. There's plenty of fuel for shuttles. It's just in the wrong spot. So actually, Nagata can help with that. Alright, turning lasers off, saving me a little bit of power. Now, people keep mentioning that I could do fusion for power, but, like, I've got plenty of wind. I don't really need the fusion, if I'm being honest. It's not really playing a factor, like, at all. So all my new homes, I could definitely home collective them up. I held control for that, so they're going to do all at once. Alright, I would say electronics are my biggest problem right now. So what I'm going to do is actually this apartment here, you will be salvaged and turned into an electronics factory. So we're still waiting on 1 MDS laser and 1 forestation plant. That's kind of an of electronics. So production, electronics factory. Plop 1 right there. So there's an electronics factory in each dome. And hopefully that will help. Now we can keep cranking out the carbonate processing. This electronics factory is going to be a max priority. And then what I really want to do is to figure out where I want to plant my capital city. So I want it so that it's not... Right here is actually pretty awesome. Because there's not a lot blocking its production. Alright, down here... we are going to set up some forestations.
Research complete.
And then some seed depots. Oh, a little shaky. 1. This will be one big old jungle when I'm done. Alright, what about this? Yes, good. Good, good, good. Get that upgraded. Open all work shifts, and voila. Electronics. Dream Reality is now done. Martian Network is coming up next. Water Dome reduction is fine. I don't really think it's all that necessary, though. What am I really missing? Let's get a ton of money in case I want to build some new rockets for some future projects. Alright, so I'm already seeding the vegetation. We'll let that roll. Man, there is no electronics anywhere. We're working on that, though. I'll have the 3 electronics factory be tip-top priority. And right now, I bet my Martian universities are trying to, yeah, crank out engineers like crazy. Alright, seed vegetation just got done. Swell. And my capital city is being built. That is a glorious city. How many... It borders 2 or 3 vistas. So there's some comfort boost in that. And this is sort of the... if you take a look at my total mission goals, this is the last one, man. This is it. It's getting built. Bunch of tribo scrubbers. Why? Oh, because Mars quakes.
Milestone achieved.
Domes without life support. Oh, because it needs well, it needs power and water. Done. Oh, did I lose an entire landing pad? I must have.
Breakthroughs discovered.
3 new breakthroughs. So we've got Colonists barely need sleep. Yeah, let's get that one. Schools can train workaholic and hippie traits. And they consume less food. I don't care about the less food because I've got food for days. Hello, telescope. Well, that's my capital city. There's nothing going on. Did this get messed up? Okay, yeah, it did. I'm gonna actually blow it up. Because of the forestation, it actually is missing some segments to it. Not that it's necessary to do this, but it's not actually all that expensive to have an outside capital city, so might as well put it back and put it back right. All the resources are sitting there already. So we do have the second tribo scrubber. Now we're going to start to forestify over there. Fuel for shuttles. Shh.
Resources are low.
Let's load fuel and drop it over here. Oh, no, actually, that fuel for shuttles is probably the shuttle hub I built down here. Yeah, almost certainly. So, what we need to do is storage, depot, fuel, right there. Now that the outdome isn't really outdome, I can open up night shifts. It's not going to have too bad of a hit.
A colonist has died.
Why? Extenuating circumstances. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Alright, well the shuttles are in full swing over here. Agata, would you be so kind as to grab fuel from here and deliver it to the new shuttle hub, just to speed that up? Rocinante. There is no vegetation to be seeded, Mars is looking pretty Earth-like now. I just am not given a lot of, Oh, yes, the new shuttle hub. Yeah, that's another reason why we've had some shuttle hub problems. This one broke, and we haven't actually replaced it. I think a bar just blew up? Okay. Nice. Well. So, the capital city. Let's give you a name. Not that I'm using you yet. Olympiad. Alright. And let's make this a very comfortable city to live in. So I'm going to get Smart Home first.
Research complete. Milestone achieved.
Smart home's already
Resources
done.
are low.
So we have 100% atmosphere as well. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to retire some of these mag generators. Until I have about equal generation. Okay, yeah. I can only really retire one. That's fine.
Resources are low.
Yeah, resources are quite low. You are not wrong. Requesting polymers. Let's get this mag field generator out of the way. Alright, so Smart Home is done. In here, if we say dome spires, let's just make this place... So we have 3 spires. Sanatorium, Medical Center, and Hanging Garden. We'll set up the spires first. Alright, many of my forestations are done, so let's do mixed trees, and bushes, and grasses. And then we should see some nice growth over there. Okay, so we could also shut down another mag generator, I believe. So we're at 1.8, 1.4. Okay, yep. Can we do one more? Can we afford one more? Yep, we can afford one more. Good. Which means no need for this, or this, or this. I'll keep that back online, because that keeps some of this up and running. So there's a grid here. It says there's a grid around here. I'm not seeing it though.
From out here.
Okay, so we still have a lot of Earth conflict going on, and I've said I will help how I can. Production. Polymer factory. Let's get another one constructed. Rhadamant, is there anything sexy for you to be able to do around here? Not really. There's no missions that I want to run. Let's get that. There are no new technologies I can unlock, but I'll just monopolize it. Schools can train workaholic and hippie traits. Cool. Oh, hydro farm? Yeah, blow you up. Sorry, buddy. Gonna have some unemployed botanists, but that's fine. Is there a better place to place this grocer?
Complete.
So interplanetary learning. So schools. I don't have survivor, enthusiast, composed. Let's train workaholic instead. No, maybe you don't want workaholic. Survivor, hippie, enthusiasts. That's what we'll go
Anomaly
with.
analyzed.
But at the moment, I'm not allowing children until the Superdome is set up, so this is not going to take anything yet. We're going to set this up as some sort of super Garden of Eden, and then we'll put people in it. Where's that new polymer factory? Hello. God, I have a lot of unemployed people.
Resources
A lot of them are
low.
a lot of them are renegades, though. Tons of them are just untrained. All right, so if I have a ton of untrained, let's do something about this. What I'm going to do is get some smart complexes. And one thing I should do is a universal depot here that allows everything. And then let's dump a crazy amount of drones in that and make some more drones. So filter, flaws, no renegades. And oh, before we do anything else, we're also going to want a depot of food. And let's add some services in. So grocers. And diners. Space bars. I do have a lot of replications of stuff. Small alleys. Alright, then also large garden. What else would be comfortable? Open air gym. Let's do the VR workshop and the art workshop. Seed vegetation is up and allowed again. Where is this bad boy? Sending. And births will be allowed down here. This is going to be one crazy comfortable dome. Alright, I'm hoping to get rid of that mag field generator if I can. So VR workshop will disallow specialists. Get this constructed. These schools here, I'm going to remove because we're not really allowing births in there anymore. Meaning this medical center we will get rid of as well. Hanging Guardian I'm going to get rid of. Your officers in the Renegades stopped the Renegades. Cool. What are we going to want? For Spires, I want the network node. Let's push that up as a top priority. Gonna add another shuttle hub. Call this the Olympiad. Reject specialist. Okay. So, at this point, these homes are pretty full. Let's do some more homes. I'm just, all of the edge slots are going to be the smart collectives. It's going to be a lot of electronics, but I've got it.
Resources are low.
Yeah, I know the shuttles are heavy. God, there's so many seeds everywhere. Well, that's definitely greening. No doubt about that. At a much more accelerated rate than the rest of the tile. I'm going to get rid of the waste rock burner because it's just not doing... we have a bunch of refugees that want to come in. So I'm going to also set up a landing pad right next to my new Olympiad city. And we'll get some support for them. Our art workshop doesn't have polymers. So you can see the morale and the comfort here is pretty good. I've a little bit more to add here, but we're getting pretty close. Okay, the landing pad is getting constructed. Is there anywhere where I need drones? Power grid. Done.
Research complete.
The network spire is done, so let's add that to one of our research domes. Now, rapid sleep and copyrights. I think dome bioscaping, making the little micro prison dome I have a little bit more comfortable. It's kind of not needed, but all right. Refugees.
Resources are low.
Coming down. We're also going to want a farm in here.
Resources are low.
For comfort. If this is a landing pad, we're probably going to want fuel.
New colonists have arrived.
But I'm going to set it a little bit apart because I don't want it to blow up. Load fuel here, drop it off there. So we got 50 new colonists. All of them found homes. Not all of them found jobs, but work on that. And as you can see, the war tensions dropped because I accepted refugees. We are trying to benefit the refugees here and reduce the war tensions back down to 0 so that...
Milestone achieved.
And we just hit a 500 colonist milestone. Awesome. Things are really looking up. Mental breakdown.
Just snapped.
Okay. Well, a colonist in the Renegade Dome snapped. Cool. Well, like, I don't care. I'm sorry to say. That's fine. Project Morpheus. We do not have the,
Research complete.
We do not necessarily have the electronics for this, but I'll build it. Actually, I'll build it closer to my capital, because it's a pretty cool spire. Alright, rapid sleep just got researched, so we don't have to sleep very much. I don't think we need any more terraforming techs. We certainly, you know what, we actually don't even need our Moxies. Where are the Moxies? We don't need oxygen tanks. We breathe atmosphere now, so might as well get rid of them. Here are the Moxies. I don't know why I had thought of that before, but let's open night shifts. This is a very comfortable dome. Alright. Now, for production, let's add an electronics factory. And we're going to want all of the sort of education services. So let's do playgrounds, nursery. School. And university. So a little education area. We're running quick out of research. Don't think I really need artificial sun. I don't know. Just some pointless stuff that I probably don't need. Alright, so electronics factory, and let's also produce polymers over here too. So we're hurting on both. What I can do is turn off the night shifts and just have a lot more factories up. So that's what I'm going to do for now, just to keep my guys a little bit happier. That wouldn't hurt.
Resources are low.
I know resources are low. You know what I could also do is have another trading pad.
A comet suddenly lit up night skies above Earth, visible from all over the globe.
Earth has changed a lot, maybe not for the better. So I'll respond to that. Just do double electronics factory here.
Resources are low.
We need it. We definitely need it. But you guys in this dome look plenty comfortable. I think I'll just put a bunch of gardens in these intersections. Forget variety. This is our capital outside dome. We're going to have it be pretty. Alright, Nagata, that's probably enough fuel.
Low.
Do I have too many people in training? Alright, let's get rid of that university. We don't really need it. What are you, a celebrity?
Research complete.
Yes, you are a little genius, aren't you? Martian copyrights is now done. It's repeatable, but this was, if I do have the chance to build another magnetic shield, I would take it. Because we've researched... I'd like to remove my Mars Quakers. My MFGs, if I can. Okay, it's definitely greening down there. That's pretty cool. This is sucking up all my electronics. At least I know where it's going.
Resources are low.
So I have a bunch of... Oh, well, here, let me see. You are an officer that doesn't have work
Research
here.
complete.
Dome bioscaping is now done. That means that my microdome is a little bit more comfortable. I'm really running out of research here. I'll just make some money. I haven't really felt like the need to go fusion because of all the available wind I've got. All right, what do we want to import? Polymers.
Resources are low.
No, offering food for polymers. So one, or even electronics.
Resources are low.
I probably need more nurseries. I'll just stick them all in one big cluster. Give these little guys a pond or something. A little fountain to play in. Alright, see, vegetation just got completed. Mars is a little bit more green as a result. We are attempting... Where are my unis? Didn't I add universities here? Oh yeah, they just haven't been built because of electronics. Pretty soon I'll be able to get rid of the Hawking Institute here that I've got, just because I'm almost at the end of my research tree, where there's not a lot of valuable stuff left in the tree. Olympiad's already housing 177 out of the 210 that it can service.
Resources are low.
But I'm constantly being harangued for my electronics. Now, all the electronics, I'm making a ton, but it's just they just are dumping to Project Morpheus right now. That's where they're all going. I could also queue up a geoscape dome next to my capital city. I'm probably going to do that as well at some point.
Resources are low.
But, guys, you know what time it is. I'm out of time. So if you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. This series is definitely coming to a close, but if there's anything you want to see before it does, just let me know. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm very happy to have my Olympiad up and running. I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching. Adios.